Welcome to the Speaker's Corner show. I've just parked up around the corner and there seems to be a little bit of a protest going on here. I'm not sure what group it is. It's some kind of Middle Eastern or protest. Oh, it's Pakistan. Would you like to tell us what this is about?
Ma'am,
What is this about? Imran Khan?
Imran Khan and the best and the one and the Islam.
Why have they removed him then?
Sorry,
Why have they removed him in your opinion?
this for everybody. No for only for everybody. No for self, for everybody. Yes, this and the best and the one brother. Thank you very much, sir.
So, as you know, Imran Khan was removed from office in Pakistan, and there are people here, Pakistanis in London, and their friends demonstrating here. Would you like to say why you're here today?
So we are here today to protest against the regime change, which has been done undemocratically in Pakistan. And we are against Nawaz Sharif, who is the looter, who is the corrupt politician of our country. He's the ex-prime minister of our country, and he has looted hundreds of millions of pounds, and we are here to protest against the regime change which was unlawfully changed and undemocratically changed in Pakistan.
Okay, what I understand is the military is a very important force in Pakistan. What's the position of the military in Pakistan in relation to the takeover?
No, they're not taking over at all.
I'm saying in relation to the removal of Imran Khan, what's the position of the military? What do you understand? What side is the military on?
They are actually, I would say, they are neutral at the time. They are not taking part of any of the sides. But I believe that there are some foreign elements. They have funded opposition to change the regime. They have corrupted over 25 different parliamentarians. They have given them money. They have given them some other, perks and privileges to change the party, which was against the constitution.
What about the People's Party? What's their position?
People's Party. The People's Party is obviously they are the alliance. They are with alliance with this Nawaz Sharif. Both parties they have been opponent to each other. They have submitted different cases of corruption with each other, but now they are together against Imran Khan.
So when you say international force, and I saw that Imran Khan had said that as well, what places are you talking about? What countries are you talking about?
I'm talking about America, because it is explicitly our Prime Minister and our National Security Council. They have endorsed that there was a threatening letter which was issued to our foreign office, saying that if this regime change is not going to be taken place, then we will make Pakistan an example. So this is what we believe, that there has been foreign intervention as well as, you know, the opposition party.
So how do you think this might be connected with the global events, for example, the war in Ukraine, the shortage of food, the shortage of, you know?
Yes, the global event, if you ask about me about the global event, Prime Minister of Pakistan was warned by America and some other countries not to visit to Russia. And it was pre-planned. It was already planned about 2 or 3 months ago, as you know that. When any head of state has to go somewhere, it is already planned at least a few months ahead.
Okay,
So,
and what about the relations now? I mean, how good was the relationship between Imran Khan's government and China? And the new attempt, how close are they to China? Do the Chinese not really care?
yeah, obviously our previous government and Imran Khan, they had very good relations with China, because China is our strategic partner. They are our neighbor, and we've got they are our trade partner as well. So it's a very obvious we would like to have very good relations with China, you know, in the future as well, because you would like to be in the peace with your neighbors, which is very natural.
Okay, so how does this connect in with then the Taliban and Afghanistan? How is that connected, or is it not connected?
It's got nothing to do with the Taliban and Afghanistan. That regime has gone. That time has gone. I mean, Americans were there. They have evacuated their forces, and there is nothing left. It's not. I don't think there is nothing to do with the Afghanistan.
So do you think that a movement of the people on the streets in Pakistan in defence of Imran Khan will be able to defeat, is it Nazar Sharif? Was his name Sharif? Or was his name?
What we believe is, if Pakistani public will come on the streets, it will mount a pressure on those political parties as well as the other elements, which are the powerful elements in Pakistan, and we would like to make this new regime to be discontinued.
Okay, and do you believe then that after that, if the new government was overthrown from the streets, do you believe there should be a new relationship between Pakistan and America?
We would like to have very good relations with every country, including America. We are not against America, but what we say, don't try to dictate us. We are a democratic country, right? Let us do whatever we want to do. Don't dictate us, you know, especially in terms of foreign policy. So we don't want, like here in UK, would we like any other country to dictate us to make relation or break relation with any country? None of any elected or the democratic country would like to do it. We are a sovereign country, and we would like to have a very good relation with everybody in the country, everybody in the world, including America. But we don't like to be dictated.
Okay, thanks very much.
You're very welcome.
You want to say something?
It's quite simple. What the brother's saying, I totally agree with him. It's quite simply a case of America wants to control that region. If you look at it geopolitically, at a geopolitical level, America has always had an interest in wanting to control Pakistan and that region. Hence why they came into Afghanistan in the first place. Was to try and control Pakistan, but also to keep an eye on China. So if you look at it from a geopolitical perspective...
I asked earlier on about the military.
Yes.
Like the military under Zia Haq and people like that.
Yes.
A very strong role.
Yes.
So is the military now a weaker position, or can they be kingmaker?
The military in Pakistan has always been the kingmaker. Anyone who says otherwise is blatantly wrong, right? And knows nothing about how politics works in Pakistan. The very fact that you have Nawaz Sharif out here enjoying himself while he's ill is as a direct consequence of the army giving him NRO. So if it wasn't for the army, these people wouldn't be here now. So it's the army who's looking away, letting them walk out, pretending to be ill.
That's what I was wondering. As well.
Yeah. So really, unfortunately, historically, the army has always been pro-US. The recent announcement or the talk that General Bajwa made, which was an anti-Russian stance. What he said in his speech or his talk was Russia invaded Ukraine. But we're supposed to be allies with China and Russia. So out of the blue, why did Bajwa decide to make a pro-US statement?
So how big has the impact been of the price rises of fertilizer and wheat and corn and things like this?
I'm not.
You don't know?
There is no doubt that is a big impact, right? But you have to look at it like this. Historically, Nawaz Sharif and PPP and all these other governments, they have been ruling between them around 30 years between them. So one government has come, the other government has gone. They've been taking turns. Imran Khan has been only been in power 3.5, 4 years. So what are we trying to say? That Imran Khan can somehow...
So what is his main political base? What social classes are the main supporters of Imran Khan?
Imran Khan has appealed to the common man, whereas previously that has not been the case. Imran Khan appealed. The big plus point with Imran Khan is he has woken people's sensibilities and understanding of what politics is. And because he hasn't adopted an anti-US stance, America has decided, when he said absolutely not to giving them air bases and support, logistical support, when he said absolutely not, that was it. The writing was on the wall.
Okay.
So the international establishment set to work in plotting his demise.
Okay.
And that's what's happened.
Okay, thanks very much. What's your name?
Ash.
Okay, thanks ever so much. Yeah? What?
Are you for any news agents?
It's a YouTube channel. It's called Subject Access.
Oh, is it right?
Subject Access. Subject Access.
Right. So is it mainly political, is it?
Well, we generally cover Speaker's Corner and also protests, demonstrations, things like that.
You post these?
These on YouTube.
Something
You got a.
Is that what it's called? Right?
So we got 110 people watching. Say something? What's going on here? Why are you here?
We are with Imran Khan. He's the only leader we have got. All of other they are corrupt.
In your mind, what distinguishes him? Is it a lack of corruption? Is that because he had independent money beforehand, or why would you think that is?
Because he's not corruptible.
Okay.
Imran Khan is not corrupt, and all the other parties they are corrupt. Simple as that.
And how do you see the role of America in this?
America has played the main role. They don't want him. After he said absolutely not, they don't want him to be Prime Minister of Pakistan. He said, we are not going to fight your war. So they have kicked him out. Simple as that.
And what do you think will happen?
I don't know. We are doing what we can do.
Whereabouts in Pakistan you from? Originally?
Punjab.
Punjab.
Yeah.
I've been a little bit Punjab. I've been Lahore and Islamabad.
Yeah. We are in middle of Lahore and
Yeah, I've
Islamabad.
gone through. Yeah.
We are right in the middle of Lahore and Islamabad. Place called Lala Musa.
Okay. I've been Rawalpindi. Rawalpindi is not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers. Thank you.
What are your pictures here? What are you going to show us? And who is this? Sharif? Nazar Sharif, is that right? And this?
That's the Chief Justice of Supreme
Oh,
Court.
right. Okay, so he made the decision. Yeah. Okay.
So he made a decision,
Right.
and then basically he kicked everyone out.
Yeah, we got Imran Khan. And this guy, the general, who's he?
He's the Chief of Army Staff.
Okay, and what was his statements?
He's a kingmaker. He decides.
Kingmaker. Okay, it's a phrase I used earlier on. Yeah.
And these are the new crooks who's going to rule Pakistan now. This is the bunch of crooks who's going to rule Pakistan. They kicked him out. All have got corruption cases against them pending.
Okay, who's the names?
He's the new Prime Minister, Shehbaz Sharif.
Okay, Shehbaz Sharif.
Zardari,
Zardari?
Mr. 10%.
Okay, Zardari, yeah.
That's
Mr. 10%,
That's
yeah.
the most hypocrite mullah in Pakistan.
Okay.
This one is going straight to hell.
What's she say?
She said shame on him.
Okay. So what do you think will happen?
Well, we have to keep fighting. We have to just keep fighting. We all look behind Imran Khan. We support him whatever happens.
Okay.
So,
What do you
he's
think?
the only true leader of Pakistan at the moment.
What do you say?
I think it's not fair because he's a good leader. Other people chose him, so it's not fair that he should just go. He needs to stay there because people have chosen him, Pakistan, and yeah.
Okay, thanks very much. That's called Subject Access, the channel on YouTube. Yeah, Subject Access.
There's a jigsaw by there.
I think so, yeah. I think we're also.
It's the American Embassy used to be around the corner. Now it's back at near Covent Garden, the new Covent Garden. Now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you with a channel or something?
Yeah, it's called Subject Access.
Subject Access. Is that YouTube?
Are you a journalist? Who do you work for? Keep it up.
Yeah, in Hyde Park, no? In Hyde Park, maybe, yeah. So what's your review? What's going on?
What's my view? I think is one very unfortunate to get rid of Mr. Imran Khan. He was really a person to be admired by the Pakistani nation.
What's your view of that? Why? Because he's not corrupt, or what's the reason why? Why is he special?
Definitely he's not a corrupt person. He tried to fix other people, come towards the honesty, less corruption or no corruption at all. So they did not like by our old gods, which their parents and their second generation, first generation, they're all corrupted. They didn't like the way he wanted to carry on. Then internationally he did become very friendly. In the same time he highlighted Muslim world problems. It is not like by Uncle Sam. Anybody start anything against Uncle Sam? We have seen Mr. Marcos of Philippines, Mr. Idi Amin, Mr. Saddam and Gaddafi. He was a little bit clever. It took 25 years to get rid of him. So he started it. So he was on the already marked for this. He's been threatened. This is the unfortunate thing. How we can shackle Mr. Uncle Sam. They run around like a policeman. They think they own the world. We had a bipolar from Russia, America, Cold War and this war. With Russians, they never interfered many parts of the world. Uncle Sam for last 74 years go around, we are the big boss. Like a big elephant, we've seen in Afghanistan, the little elephants of the NATO country, they follow.
So to what degree do you think the Pakistan military is aligned with America, or are they not really secure allies?
Up and down, they do get aligned. America wants their own man in military. They reckon, or it is a truth, that military holds the Pakistan.
Well, that's why the kingmakers we're talking about, yeah.
They try to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, Sheikh.
Your name?
Yeah, I'm over to All right, see you later, yeah?
See you, take care.
There's no room to move through here, and you've got an idea about what this is about. Punch back. Tara is what? Tara is what? What's that? What does that mean? Katara. In English. Nagara. Katara.
Traitor. Traitor.
Traitor, okay.
Yeah, traitor.
Okay, why are you here?
I'm for a protest for no voted to dissolve Imran Khan. All is no good people.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Pakistan embassy की तरफ Pakistan embassy.
They support Imran Khan.
Okay. Who are you supporting?
Imran Khan, Imran Khan Zindabad.
Imran Khan Zindabad.
Thanks very much.
पाकिस्तानी एम्बेसी की तरफ अपना रुख मोड़ ले। चलो चलो एम्बेसी चलो 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 एम्बेसी चलो चलो एम्बेसी चलो। सारे दोस्तों से गुजारिश है कि पाकिस्तानी एम्बेसी की तरफ रुख करें। चलो चलो।
Sorry. So do you think that this is all about America as well?
America is using Pakistan as a puppet. They are taking Imran Khan out of government so that they can fulfill their own uses and abuse Pakistan and use Pakistan. They
So
don't
do you
care
think
about Pakistan.
do you think this was orchestrated by the Americans?
Definitely orchestrated. Definitely orchestrated.
पाकिस्तान का मतलब क्या? पाकिस्तान का मतलब क्या? पाकिस्तान का मतलब क्या? पाकिस्तान का मतलब क्या?
It's a channel called Subject Access. It covers protest demonstrations, speakers forum, and stuff like that. Oh right. Yeah. Subject Access. I did it. Like 25 minutes of it. Yeah. 25 minutes.
No, so
Yeah.
check it out on your YouTube channel.
Okay, well that merits a separate video. I'm gonna cut this off and name it the Imran Khan protest, and then I'll do the Speaker's Corner show when I get across the road here now in a minute into Speaker's Corner. So I'll shut this down now and I'll restart in a few minutes time to do the normal Speaker's Corner show. That was just an additional event that I encountered as soon as I got out of my car. Yeah, it's all fun and games at Speaker's Corner for sure.